Hi everybody, my name is Suzette Metcalf. I'm the chef and owner of the Pasta Tree Restaurant and Wine Bar in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is my second year of the International Women's Series. I started it last year. It was March 8th, it was International Women's Day, and I just wanted to wish all of my girlfriends happy International Women's Day. And I started tagging people on Facebook, and it just became like really overwhelming, and had a little bit of an aha moment and thought, wow, I got a lot of really powerful, beautiful, amazing, influential women in my life, and I really wanted to celebrate them. I felt really honored actually to be surrounded by such amazing women. All of them really are like independent, business owners, just heavy hitters in the community. I wanted to find a way to celebrate them and I guess selfishly also incorporate my restaurant. So I thought about it and I came up with honoring each of these women, one per month, and had them pick a dish that was meaningful to them. Brought them into the restaurant and we prepared the dish, and then that dish is featured for the month that they were designated. So we began the year of International Women's Series. We were very fortunate enough to raise over $7,500 for the 3 charities that I picked. The charities are Savage Support, which I'm on the board of, a founding member also. What we do is we assist women and men who are diagnosed with breast cancer, but they need help with maybe doing their laundry or help with getting their groceries, maybe someone to come in and prepare their meals for them, folding their laundry, taking them to their doctor's appointment. We had one woman that it was amazing. She was a huge gardener, and she, because of her diagnosis, she wasn't able to tend her garden. So we went in and we actually had some Boy Scouts come in and help do the garden for her. So she was able to actually have her garden without physically being able to do it herself. So that's Savage Support. The second charity is Courage Milwaukee, which I'm so just grateful and honored to know Brad and Nick, who are the founders of it. This year has been just amazing because they were able to open Courage Milwaukee House. It's just been amazing to actually see their dream come to fruition and be a part of this. I'm just so humbled by it. Courage Milwaukee is focused on the LGBTQ community youth that are homeless. When I first became part of helping out with Courage Milwaukee, I was just astonished at how many homeless children we have here in our beautiful community of Milwaukee. I grew up here, and to know that there are so many homeless children on the streets is just, I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking of it. It's just devastating to me. And if I can help to get these kids off the street and give them a purpose and know that they are loved by all of us and they are unique in their own ways and beautiful and amazing, and now to be able to give them a home to teach them the skills and to get them ready for the community. I'm going to go in and teach them how to cook some meals, and with the funds that were raised this year, we were actually able to purchase dressers for the Courage Milwaukee home. And I literally went online and purchased the dressers. They were delivered, the boys put them together, and they're using them today. So to be part of a charity that where your money's going, you can walk in and physically touch what you helped bring toward the charity is amazing. Obviously, it's very dear to my heart. And then the third charity is Express Yourself Milwaukee. And again, that is focused toward the youth. It's more through the arts. So what they do is they put on an annual fundraiser. The whole year, the children are part of every aspect of the charity. And Lori Vance this year is actually part of the International Women's Series, and she is the founder of Express Yourself Milwaukee. So the kids from day one, they're learning how to play instruments. They're part of the graphic designs, designing their t-shirts. They do the backdrops for the performance that they put on. They choreograph, they sing, they dance. It's just amazing. And that is also helping to keep our youth just off the streets or sitting home playing video games, all day. It's getting them active in the community and teaching them skills. One of the women that she started with Express Yourself Milwaukee as a child, she now plays in the Milwaukee Symphony, you know, and she learned to play the violin through Express Yourself Milwaukee. So just amazing. And I'm, you know, again, just so thrilled to be a part of that. And these 3 charities are near and dear to my heart. This is our 2nd year. The momentum is building, and I'm patting myself on my own back because I'm really proud of what I've done and created. We're making a difference here in Milwaukee, and it really means a lot to me to do that, be part of my community, and also get you into the pasta tree and teach you and educate you about all these beautiful women that are a part of my life. So thank you, and I hope to see you in the restaurant. And if you want any information, just take a look at our Facebook page, our Instagram page, our website. I look forward to you joining in on our series. So thank you, have a great day, and cheers. Hi everybody, thank you for joining us for our May episode of International Women's Series here at the Pasta Tree Restaurant and Wine Bar in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I have Charisse Giangreco here with me. She is my Miss May, and her dish is carbonara. And Charisse, just why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and about your dish? Then I can kind of lead into how we met and why I picked you and all those kind of good things.
Well, as Suzette mentioned, my name is Charisse Giangreco. I know it's a bit of a tongue twister, both names put together. And I am a full-time realtor. My husband and I have a real estate team of about 8 of us. We're a family business, so I work with my daughter, my brother-in-law, some lifelong friends that I've had in my arsenal for about 15, 20 years, and so that's what I do full-time. But I love to eat, and I especially love to eat Chef Suzette's pasta carbonara. It is one of my favorite dishes. I've been coming here for years to eat it, and quite honestly, I've never had a carbonara that touched hers. So that's what we're going to dive into a little bit today.
This is true. She's told me this, so we have it on video now.
There's proof.
Thank you, and I really appreciate that. And you have told me that. You're like, I've had it all over, and I always come back to you.
Yes,
so.
it's my favorite. It is my favorite. Yours is my favorite, I should say.
Thank you. So what we're going to start with, and right now this is bacon. We use a 1/4 pound of bacon in each recipe. So if you want to just slice it, this is what we do with it. I'm going to let you do it. But you're just going to slice it like so. Okay. And then once you get it all sliced, I'm going to start sautéing it. And then you can also just slice the onion. Sure. And we'll add that to the bacon. And what I'm actually working on right now is I just started curing some guanciale. I'm making our own guanciale, and that is traditionally what is put in carbonara. Okay. So I marinated it, and the guanciale is the pig jowl. So it's kind of like a bacon, but it's not going to have that smoky flavor. Okay. But it has all these like beautiful herbs on it and everything. I can't wait till it's done, and then you can try it.
I'm excited
to that. So I'm going to grab this bacon, and I'm going to get this started. Okay. And we're just going to crisp it up, and then we'll add the onions. This dish is amazing because it's good for dinner. It's good for breakfast because you have your eggs in it.
Or you can put an egg on it.
Yep, or you can put an egg on it. Absolutely. Yep.
Do you want me to slice the onion on another board, or?
Well, we're only using it for this, and we just did the bacon. Okay. You can use it, yeah. Okay. Because the bacon's right in there. So. Perfect.
And how would you like me to slice it?
Just thin slices, yeah. So we were kind of talking about how we met, and so I think we've known each other for about almost 4 years.
I think it was before I was married. I think I was just engaged at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, so I would say probably 4 years. I've been married for 3.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot longer than that.
I know, it feels like an eternity, but in a good way.
Yeah,
in a good way.
Yeah, you have been one of those people, and your husband, that once we met, it's almost like our hearts we were just
souls,
connected.
Yeah, kindred spirits,
we were
like connected. Yeah.
So we actually met through Rita Bates, and you were selling. What was that, like skin
Yes,
skin
it was Dead
products or
Sea
whatever.
skincare products.
Yeah.
My husband and I had an international team, and so at the time that was something we were really heavily focused on. Yep. And my brother still owned his nightclub, which was Oak Lounge in the Third Ward.
Right. Yeah.
So we had a giant spa party. Yep. For a bunch of people.
It was really cool.
Yeah, music, drinks,
facials, and hand things.
It was a ton of fun. It was a ton of fun. And so we originally met there.
And then we figured out that I told you I own the pasta tree.
Yes, and then I told you how much I loved your carbonara at the pasta tree. Of course, that's the first thing I talked about.
Yep.
And then it was just funny because then we just had so many mutual, friends in common, and just what a small world it is. But it like you said earlier, I mean, we connected almost as if we've known each other our entire lives, which was so cool.
Yeah, really. And then I was doing the catering for Courage Milwaukee for their first
gala.
The first gala.
Yes.
At the Renaissance Place. I'm going like this because at the Renaissance Place across the street from me. So, who I was speaking about before, Courage Milwaukee, Brad and Nick, founders, asked me to do their backstage catering for the performers.
Yes.
And I'm back there setting up, and all of a sudden you and your husband walk in, and you're both like, Suzette, what are you doing here? And so we always kind of just, our paths cross kind of a lot, actually. So I want to just thank you for being a part of this. I think it's, like I said, it's growing in momentum, and we were able to raise a lot of money last year and really do a lot of good for the community. Mm-hmm. So my goal this year is, I'm kind of secretly in my head, I'm like, I want to double it. So
you can do it.
So we'll see.
Yeah, you can do it.
The first year was kind of a learning process.
Sure.
So this year, I can just feel the momentum's different because everybody, they're aware of what it is.
Yeah.
So everyone's kind of like really right away on board, and you're really kind of promoting it already.
I just think it's awesome that you even came up with an idea like this, and I mean, just the fact that you incorporated into giving back into the community and, featuring.
Well, it's so important. And like I said, you can give me those onions.
Okay.
To me, it's so important to give
back. Throw them right in?
You can put them right in, yep.
All right.
And these little charities that really need our help, and we can really make a difference. That's, I think, the biggest part of it. And not saying anything about like the larger charities or anything, but
larger charities were little charities at one point too, right? It was people like you and the community that helped them become big charities. And so I get that that's kind of your point with it, and that's where you'd like to see them be big charities someday.
Well, and literally to know, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I started out at high because you want to kind of render the fat of the bacon.
Okay.
So, and kind of, get it, crisp it up.
Smells amazing.
So I'm just going to kind of turn it down a little bit here because now we kind of just want to slowly cook these onions.
And you cook the onion right in the bacon.
Yeah, and you can see I don't strain the fat off. We keep it in there because that's your flavor, So we're just going to kind of let these onions kind of, I say melt. Okay. They're just going to kind of get tender. And then what we'll do is we'll add our eggs. And I have Alfredo here that I already made. And basically it's a quart of heavy whipping cream to 1 cup of Parmesan Romano blend. So, and then you just whisk that in, and that's our Alfredo sauce. So we make it by 10 quarts at a time. And we make it every day.
Right, I'm sure it would be hard for you to make a little a little tiny
we
plate of Alfredo.
So much of it, and then you know what you could do is chop just a little bit of parsley.
Sure.
And that we're going to add in, and we'll also garnish. There's some right here.
Okay.
And then I'm also, and I love, because we make our own pasta here, and we do egg, spinach, and whole wheat. And I'm so glad Cherise picked our whole wheat because the whole wheat's my favorite.
Mine too.
And it's also really, not that the other pastas are unhealthy, but this is just giving you, your whole wheat, and it gives it kind of a nutty flavor too, which is great. So I'm just going to drop the pasta in the water, get that cooking.
Yeah, the whole wheat, that's usually my standard. When I come and order the carbonara, it's almost always the whole wheat for me.
Yeah.
Would you like me to chop more, or is this a good amount?
I would chop a little bit more, like almost the same amount, just again. So I know you and Nick are really good friends of Courage Milwaukee.
Correct.
So tell me a little bit about that. I mean, obviously you are very much involved with Courage Milwaukee.
Correct. My husband and I both.
Tell everyone a little bit about that, and I mean, aren't you just so proud of these guys?
I am beyond proud of them, and interesting is that when Nick and I met, we were working retail together at BCBG Max Azria. We immediately became best friends. And that was 10 years ago now, this year,
Oh,
10 years
wow.
ago, yeah.
Okay, so I've only known Nick and Brad for like going on 4 years. So,
Okay.
So
Yeah, so,
that's why I wanted you to tell the story, because you know like a lot more.
well, and at the time, I mean, there was no Brad, right? Nick didn't
Yeah.
have his husband, and I didn't have my husband, so it was just the two of us.
Yeah, oh boy.
Yeah, and somewhere along the way, we acquired husbands.
Yep.
And so, of course, I mean, my husband, he's very, very accepting and loving and encouraging of the LGBTQ plus community, which
Yep.
was actually a prerequisite for me. I was like, hey, if we're going to do this, you
Yeah.
have to be about this. And if you're not, well, then sorry, I can't date you.
Yeah.
And it worked out beautifully. He was. And so we got married, and Nick married Brad, I married Tony. And then in all of this, started Courage, and I won't steal
Yeah.
Nick and Brad's thunder too much, but it just basically started with the idea of they were fostering some children, and one of the children happened to be LGBT, and basically from there they just said, and the reason that she was in a foster home to begin with is because she was kicked out because of her sexual preference, and so really just kind of from there, it evolved into there are other children out there like this that have been kicked out of their homes just for trying to be who they are and love who they want to love. And that was the basic concept of it. How can we help more children out there that are homeless, that have been kicked out of their homes because they just want to be their authentic selves? And so
Yep.
hence Courage was born.
Yep.
And in a very short amount of time, what Nick and Brad have done in this community to raise money,
It's just amazing.
it's amazing. My husband and I were the realtors that helped them purchase the first ever Courage home, last year, and then this year they opened it up, and that house is it's gonna provide not only shelter, but it's gonna provide just
A foundation.
resources, a foundation, basic skills that they'll need
Yeah.
as they progress and get older and carry on in life, and so I couldn't be more proud of Nick is my best friend, but Brad, and
Yep.
it's just an amazing organization.
It really is. It really is. So while you were speaking, I just I added a little bit of garlic, and then I added the Alfredo, and now I'm going to add the 2 eggs.
Okay.
And you can also add like half your parsley to this.
I'm probably going to try and attempt to make this at home, and it's
But
going to be funny.
You can't stop coming into the pasta.
No, I won't stop because it'll never taste.
I'm just
It'll
kidding.
never taste like Chef Suzette's. But
So now what you're doing is you're basically like kind of coddling the egg. You just
Okay.
want to make sure that you cook it through.
okay.
And then I have our pasta cooking too. And then I'm going to turn down the heat here. I'm actually going to turn it off because that's enough the heat to cook it.
Oh my goodness.
And then I'm taking it off the heat. You can see the eggs kind of starting to
Mm-hmm.
cook here. And then I'm going to add our pasta. And you add that right from the water. So we're just going to kind of mix this through. Here we go.
If only you could all smell this. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing.
I'm sorry, added a little bit of salt and pepper. And then I like to add a little bit I kind of like to garnish it with pepper because I like the pepper on it. So we'll see what let me grab a plate here.
I apparently too like the pepper on it because if that's the way you make it and
Yeah.
I come back for it repeatedly, then
And we'll just kind of, so.
oh my gosh, it looks amazing.
I mean, it's really an easy dish. I'm just going to stick this under here.
I always, for some reason, in my mind, or maybe when I was like cruising recipes, I always thought it was much, much more complicated
Yeah.
than that. It always,
And then I just kind of,
Yeah.
I just put like just a tiny bit of pepper on top.
it's amazing.
And that's that. All right, so let's take a taste and
I'm
see
excited.
if it's what you remember.
Oh my gosh. It's my favorite. I love it.
It's so good. I know.
Great job, chef.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for doing the chopping, and now you know. Now you can make it at home.
Or attempt to make it at home. It'll never be as good as yours.
Yeah. Well, you know I'm a phone call away too.
Yeah. Just more reason to
Or
step down at the pasta tree.
A FaceTime away.
Right.
So, well, thank you everyone for joining us. And this is Sharice's dish, carbonara. And we do serve, it's on our menu at the pasta tree. But during the month of May, all the proceeds from it, or you know what, maybe I'm gonna throw it up a little bit here.
Yeah?
I'm gonna say every dish for the whole year of carbonara that's sold, part of the proceeds will go to the charities.
Go to the charities?
Instead of just your month.
Yay,
So,
that's
yay.
amazing.
Yeah, so we'll earn a little bit extra money there.
So that means now I have to definitely come in every month.
Yep, and have a carbonara.
Have a carbonara.
Yep.
I love it.
Well, thank you very much for
Thank
being
you.
a part of this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, chef.
Thanks. Yay. So make sure and join us on May 19th for Sharice's dinner. It's going to be a 3-course dinner featuring the carbonara. And you can make reservations. You can call 414-276-8867. You can reach out to Sharice. She can make a reservation for you. Or you can go to our website, pastatreemilwaukee.com, and make a reservation through there. So May 19th, 3-course dinner. And Sharice will be speaking, telling a little bit about your business, probably have some business cards, some information about your
Absolutely.
your company, and we'll be sharing stories probably about the charities and information about that. Not probably, for sure about the charities. So, and you'll see Sharice and I both there. So I hope you can join us. Have a great day.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao bella.
Ciao.